The regular season is officially over for Razorback football. Now fans wait to see which bowl the Hogs are headed to and who they'll face. But there's plenty of action to keep up with between now and Selection Sunday. Between the NFL draft and the transfer portal, the Razorbacks are parting ways with at least 15 players. Senior center Ricky Stromberg announced he will be foregoing his final year of eligibility and declaring for the 2023 NFL draft Tuesday night. And from the grass to the hardwood, Arkansas men's basketball released its 2022-23 conference schedule. The slate has the Hogs opening up SEC play on the road against LSU December 28th before returning to host Mizzou January 4th. Arkansas women's basketball had a big weekend at home. The Razorbacks closed out their regular season with a win over a struggling Texas A&M. Samara Spencer led the charge for Arkansas, grabbing the first points for the Hogs and finishing with 19 points. But she wasn't alone. 7 Razorbacks reached 7 or more points on the night and netted a combined season high of 13 three-pointers. The Hogs rolled past the Aggies for a final score of 78-65, breaking a 3-game losing streak against A&M. Not to mention the result also sealed a third 20-win season under Mike Neighbors. Coach Neighbors and crew hosted a 15-9 Mizzou, with the Tigers receiving maybe not so warm of a welcome. The Hogs go 0-2 in their first possessions, but it's pedal to the metal from there. Michaela Daniels gets the and one, putting Arkansas up 11-2 late in the first. Into the second, Chrissy Carr drills the three, expanding the Hogs' lead to 12. Up by 19 to start the third, Arkansas remained at full steam ahead, topping the Tigers for a final score of 61-33. And football season is coming to a close. Meanwhile, Razorback Gymnastics is gearing up to kick off its 2023 season. And fans will have plenty of opportunities to catch the team in action on the big screen. 5 of the Gymbacks meets will be televised on the SEC network, consisting of 3 home meets and 2 on the road. The schedule also includes a 3-week stretch of televised games at the start of the conference portion of the season. Times for all regular meets were also announced, with the Hogs' SEC and home opener against Alabama getting underway January 13th at 7:15. Hog fans will get a look at Dave Van Horn's newest roundup of Razorbacks in the annual Fall Classic. The inter-squad scrimmage is set for September 30th in Baum-Walker Stadium and is free to the public. This will be the Razorbacks' first showing since their 46-21 finish last season, capped by a return to the College World Series. Down by 12 with just over 3 to play, the Razorbacks scored on 3 straight possessions, followed by threes from Ricky Council IV and Nick Smith Jr. to bring the Hogs within 2. It all ends up coming down to a buzzer-beater attempt by Council, but it ultimately comes up short and Arkansas falls 86-83.
We have sports reporter Camryn Johnson with a live update from the Razorback soccer field. Camryn, how's it looking down there tonight?
Kai, the energy is just absolutely fantastic here. So fantastic that we have actually been surprised now by 4 fireworks, one representing each goal that the Razorbacks have already scored. And there's no shortage of fans here either, as they've all gathered inside the stadium here behind me to watch Arkansas take on Kentucky.
Thank you, Katie Beth. You can't quite tell. We're hiding from some of this weather that Drew mentioned, but I am here outside the Arkansas swimming and diving facilities, where one Razorback has had to learn how to navigate challenges both in and outside of the lanes. Moving away from home can be a scary change for many college students, but when home is in a different country, the change can be all the more daunting, a notion that Arkansas swimmer Andrea Sansores knows all too well.
Everything was different, not just because you're starting college for the first time, but you're starting college in a new country, and that it can be like a little intimidating.
Originally from Cancun, Mexico, Sansores says her freshman year at the U of A was one full of adjustment.
It was just like a complete culture shock. Like, I didn't know how to speak English, but everything was different, kind of like the jokes, the humor.
Around 1,200 international students attend classes at the U of A. The university offers several programs throughout the year for students to connect and share their experiences.
A lot of our programming I do try to open up to domestic students as well, so that we do just sort of get that blending.
All international students are required to pass an English proficiency test, but Jeffrey says language barriers are still very much present.
Making that jump to conversational English, talking about idioms, talking specifically about like Southernisms, because that can be like a really weird kind of cultural experience.
An experience Sansores is no stranger to.
I remember this one time one of my teammates was like, oh, I just had a brain fart. And I had never heard that term, so I was like, are you okay? Like, do you need to go see a doctor or something?
Next to language barriers, Sansores also occasionally struggles with homesickness, but when she does, she credits her team with keeping her in good spirits.
It's hard waking up like at 5 a.m. in the morning and training 6 to 8 like every day, but it's definitely worth it because we have a lot of fun together, we have a lot of laughs, so yeah, I think that's been the best.
As a freshman, Sansores took part in several of these university programs. She says she wouldn't be where she is now if she hadn't. Live for UATV Sports, I'm Camryn Johnson.